Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is GiBi. This video marks the 4th anniversary of what I consider to be the modern incarnation of my YouTube channel. And so every year on November 1st, I like to look back at the last year, talk about the past, talk about what I'm doing now and what I'm going to do in the future, and really just check in on you guys. I know besides the video I posted yesterday, my Halloween video, I haven't really posted anything in a while. Not even the Week in Weird series, which is supposed to be weekly, but hasn't really been lately. So I'm just going to kind of use this to talk about what's going on. You'll probably notice that I still have my absolutely ridiculous facial hair, and that's because I'm recording this on the afternoon of Halloween. So I still have to wear this for my costume for the party I'm going to tonight, so that's fantastic. It's supposed to be Wolverine. So this past year I really tried out having Week in Weird be a strictly weekly format, where every week I would definitely have something to talk about, because no matter what, no matter how boring the topics I normally talk about are, even if there's no Chris Chan news, even if there's nothing going on in the world of Cool Cat, there will always be something going on somewhere, and so I'll be able to use that to make these Week in Weird videos. And what I found is that, number one, if I have to stretch myself to find these weird topics, then I don't have fun making the videos. Number two, sometimes there is no weird news. Weird news really only trends if there's nothing important going on in the world. And over the last couple months, there's been a lot of, world news, political news, stuff that's taking up all of the headlines, so these actual big journalism places don't need to write fluff pieces about the world's largest pumpkin. So it's actually been harder to find stories. Thankfully, you guys have been sending me in some stuff, but I just haven't felt like there's been a reason to make a weekly series if there's only one story that I don't feel super serious about actually covering. So that's why I haven't done one of those in a couple weeks. But I told you guys that maybe at the end of this year I would stop doing that series, and I received a couple comments from people saying that they really like it. So I do plan on continuing to do that, but I might miss some weeks, and that's partially on me, and it's also partially on the world sucking. So last year, at the end of my anniversary video, I hinted that my next big project was going to be Tales Gets Trolled, and I still am fully in the process of writing that script. I don't know if you guys know this, my Sonichu video, which is over 5 hours long, the script for that video was 100 pages. The script for the Tales Gets Trolled video is gonna be much longer than that. It's going to be a much bigger project. And kind of like what I did with the Sonichu video is I want to get the full script written, even though that was in multiple episodes. I had the full script written and all of the audio recorded before I released the first part. So then I set a deadline for myself where every week I had to edit the video for the next week. But I already had all the writing and all the audio recording done. So it's probably going to be a long time between now and when that Tales Gets Trolled video gets released. Not because I'm not working on it, but because it's a huge project and I don't like just releasing a part 1 of something when I don't have part 2 written. I was also distracted by some other projects. Every year around, May at this point, I'm releasing Chris Chan big update videos where I go over the entire last year of what's happened with him. And last year that video just took much longer than I thought it would. So this year I'm actually getting an early start on Chris Chan's 2022. Thankfully, it's probably going to be a lot shorter, a lot less to research because he's been in jail the entire time, and because we've only really had a couple letters from him, and even these last couple months, there's been nothing. There has been no news. So that video should be shorter and easier to research and write. I also obviously always have my yearly update about the Yvely Bakken, the Yvely Goat. We'll see if it burns down this year. And of course, I always am just working on random projects in the background. Like that Halloween video that went up yesterday, I only started researching that 3 weeks ago. So I kind of put other stuff on the back burner because I wanted to have it out on Halloween day. So I had to read a whole book, I had to read a bunch of articles online, watch some videos, read through a legal document that I didn't understand a single word of, and obviously then I needed to record and edit a 40-minute video. So that's another reason why I didn't do Week in Weird. So I kind of hate doing this because I don't know if I'm even going to have these projects out a year from now, but I'll tell you some of the things that I'm currently working on. I am doing Tales Gets Trolled. I'm still working on my book review for Spirit's first novel. Hopefully I will get that out before the time that his second novel is done. Most of the problem with that video is that it's a review of a book, and so I have nothing to show on screen while I'm talking for minutes, dozens of minutes at a time. So what I tasked myself with doing is I was going to draw the key scenes, just like little doodles, basically turn it into like a storyboarded graphic novel. And that turned into me drawing like 300 distinct images, over 300 distinct images, and I'm not an artist, so not only are they not good, but they took me much longer than other people would probably take to do the same thing. So that's why that's taken me, well, I started working on it the day that the COVID lockdown started, so that's how long that's been, but that hopefully will get done sometime very early next year, released sometime early next year. I put Sad World, which is the Noah Monk, he's the actor who played GiBi on iCarly. I put his YouTube channel, the video I was making on him, on the back burner to focus on Tails Gets Trolled, but I'm still kind of doing it in the background, so that actually might get released before Tails Gets Trolled. It just depends on what other kind of projects I'm doing. I have several projects that are based on AI, especially AI artwork, like Dolly, which recently went public. You don't need to be on a waiting list anymore. You can just sign up for it and you get some free images every month. And then there's also Dolly Mini. Basically, I'm stealing an idea from Jack's Films, and I'm making a game show to play with my friends with Dolly Mini, where I'm typing in a word or a phrase into the AI generator, and it's spitting out 9 images, and then they need to look at the 9 images and guess what the phrase I put in was. It's going to be like a Jeopardy game show type thing. So that's also something that I'm consistently working on in the background. I also completely overhauled the way that I make this. I used to film them like using my phone's camera, and then I'd record audio on my computer with my microphone. But I had a friend of mine who's done behind-the-scenes work for YouTubers before. He set me up so I'm actually using OBS now. So while my camera is still my cell phone, it's running through OBS, and I am now like being able to do other stuff on the fly. So if I ever do go back to Weak and Weird, I'll be able to like change scenes by hitting buttons on my keyboard and not have to edit it. So it'll be a lot easier to edit in the future. I'll be able to get those out faster. I'll be a lot happy boy. And then that same friend is also helping me get set up with live streaming again, because I do want to still play Pokemon Clover. One day I will beat that game. And I just like having live chats with you guys. Like, I used to do it where I would be building a Lego set or unboxing Pokemon cards, but the real reason I was doing it was so that I could chat with you guys. I'd have one of my friends on a call with me, and he'd be reading your guys' message, and it's so much easier than using Twitter, because I've had to turn off the notifications for my DMs. I did that a long time ago, and every once in a while I'll open it, and I'll just scroll through. I'm gonna give you some advice if you ever want to talk to me or any YouTuber, any famous person. If you send like a Twitter DM and it just says hi, you're not gonna get a response ever, because no one wants to enter into a potentially endless conversation with somebody that they don't know. The longer and more specific that your message is, if you're like, hi, I just want to say that like I like your content and I had an idea, I wanted you to do this, or hey, do you want to collab? Here's my 3-sentence pitch, like something like that. You're probably going to get a response, because then the famous person knows what they're getting into and they respond to you. If you send me a message that just says hi, I am not going to answer. And it's not on you. It's not because I don't like you. It's literally just I don't ever have the time to sit there and have a possibly multi-hour conversation with a total stranger. But that is what live streams are for. So hopefully I'll be able to start doing some of those, and I will be able to have random chats with you guys about absolute nonsense. That's really all I wanted to talk about. I am planning on doing maybe another advent calendar thing for the month of December, where I do YouTube shorts every day. Last year I did quickisms. Basically every day I did a new letter of the alphabet going over weird things that like Chris would say. Like A was for ancient prophecy. This year I'm probably going to also do something related to Chris, where every day I do a less than 60-second video. But I haven't started that project yet, and now I have a month to do it, so we'll see if that actually gets done. Oh boy. And now to end this video, I'm going to cut to a segment that I filmed a couple of days ago, so you'll notice that my beard is totally different. And I'm going to go over a change, a new era of GiBi. So let's cut to him. One of the traditions on my channel is that every year on the anniversary, I change my profile picture. This is the original that I've had for a couple years, and then this is the one that I've been using for the last year. And as of the end of this video, it is going to be replaced. But what is it going to be replaced by? It's going to be replaced by a robot. So AI art is something that I've been very interested in over the last couple months, especially once Dolly exploded in popularity and people started making memes with it. Unlocking the ability for AI to make memes is going to bring up a terrible future. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy over the fact that real artists are going to be displaced by AI art. The fact is that the art that I used in my profile picture last year was actually drawn by an actual person, as was the one before that, and now I'm using a robot instead of paying someone to do it, and that's controversial, and I get it. Which is why right now I am vowing that my next year's picture is going to be drawn by a person that I will pay for. I'm doing this as a one-time experiment, because right now I'm interested in the science. I'm also making a video using this AI art stuff that will come out eventually. It's just going to take a very long time. So what I did is I entered into the real Dolly, which is now actually available for the public. For a while there was like this long waiting list that you had to sign up for, but now it's totally available for free for everyone. So the prompt I put in was, in the style of a cartoon, a slightly overweight 26-year-old white male with a tidy beard profile picture. And so it spat out about 40 images, and they're terrifying. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through those 40 images, and I'm going to react to them. And at the end, I'm going to show you the one that I officially picked for my new profile picture. This is not me. This is clearly Gerard the Completionist. I do like his beanie, though. I think it would be very easy to translate this into one of those vegetables from VeggieTales. That could be an avocado. That one kind of looks like Quentin Reviews. Maybe the AI is stealing from other people's YouTube profile pictures. That seems to be what's going on here. In addition to the fact that AI is controversial because it's taking jobs away from artists, it's also controversial because it's learning its artistry from real artists and stealing their styles. So I can totally see someone being upset if this mimics their real-world style and they're not getting compensated for it. That also looks like Larry the Cucumber from VeggieTales. Should I make a veggie Sona? Was that what they would be called? A veg self. I should make a video about VeggieTales. So now this next phase of pictures is what I call my Disney Princess series. I don't know about you, but I would not think that this is out of the place if it was placed on the shelf next to the other Disney princesses. I look quite beautiful. This one as well. Look at the gleam in his eyes. He's so excited for the future. Look at the gleam in his teeth. He's so gonna eat your soul. And then this one's just kind of similar to the other ones. This next grouping of pictures is what I call the Stay Away From My Child series. Yeah, I got nothing. Look at this. Look at this happy little man. It's a little terrifying that he doesn't have a mouth, but that doesn't stop him from being positive. The real issue with this picture is that he has just far too much hair to actually be me. Oh, that's a no-no. I don't like when people draw pictures of me with bedroom eyes. We've been through this, and this is just not good. This one is called GiBi on LSD. I do like the creative interpretation the robot had of the bubbles in my background. Actually, why did they put bubbles in the background? That is weird. My old background used to have bubbles. Might be a sign. Looks like he's going in for a little kiss. Part of the prompt I wrote is that the profile picture is happy. This man is not happy. Even the bubbles behind him are no longer happy. They're dark, evil bubbles. I mean, it's the closest one so far. It looks kind of like Joe Pesci. Looks kind of like a nightmare. Looks kind of like Ethan Klein. See, his nose is too bulbous. I have a very pointy nose. My nose is big, but like up here it's big, not like the nostril area. This man is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see the mouse on my recording because I'm bad at technology. But over on this side, I think that's the AI trying to interpret the aglet from from the drawstring of a sweatshirt, a hoodie. It's just, he's like, oh, occasionally in hoodie pictures there's like a little silver thing right here, so I'm going to draw a little silver thing right here. That's funny. That's just the meme. That's the meme of the guy. That's weird. I don't like that. It's like the one guy from 101 Dalmatians, the one evil guy, the tall skinny boy. Only again, terrifyingly realistic. And of course, he's wearing suspenders, just like all evil henchmen do. This looks more like it's painted than a cartoon. I do like his beanie, though. His ears are just a little too big. Ah, there you go. Now we're back to actually resembling me. See, what this really captures about my visage is that I got like a peanut-shaped head, where like it's round, and then it goes into the middle here, and then it gets round again. I'm not just like one big oval. That's what he got. Why does his beard just end? In some of my videos, you can clearly see that my mustache doesn't connect to my beard, but that's just because it was very patchy. In this, it doesn't connect to the beard because it's drawn by a robot. This is me in Roblox. Also, I'm like a gangster or something. This almost looks like it could be one of Helena's sketch drawings, only like 10% more terrifying. Some of Helena's drawings are intentionally terrifying. This is more like uncannily terrifying. And of course, this like the scariest one so far is just looking directly at the camera, like he can see into your soul. An attempt was made. It's in the style of a cartoon, and that's what I asked for. Oh. Oh no. It's so weird, because like with some of these, I can almost see the inspiration behind them, like if it was drawing from a really popular meme image. And this one looks so familiar, but I can't put my finger on what it is. It's also really scary. It looks a lot like me, though. Let's say that we fix the mouth, so he doesn't have, like, missing meth teeth and pointy shark teeth. And, you know, his eyes aren't, like, wide and scary. It looks legitimately like me, which is kind of weird. There we go. Now we got this friendly fella. Look at him, he's so happy. His tongue's sticking out. He's also the opposite of cross-eyed. His eyes are looking in different directions. Just a nice little friendly fella. I'd be friends. Oh. I was gonna say I would be friends with the last guy. I don't know if I'd be friends with this guy. This guy looks like he could be an ice cream vendor at a boardwalk on the Jersey Shore. That's his backstory. It's canon now. This guy has 2 sets of eyebrows, apparently. This guy is out of focus and blurry. Why is he blurry? He's vibrating so fast you can't make out his face. He's like the Flash. Oh no, it's smug GiBi. Yeah, I can't do that pose. Hold on. Wait. That's the pose he's doing. He has some thick eyebrows, though. He could be an eyebrow model. His mustache is pretty nice, too. Oh. Oh, I don't like that one. That almost looks like one of the characters from the game Facade. I don't know if any of you remember the 2012 Let's Play hit Facade that everyone played back in the day. Looks kind of like that. Or it looks like the Chad meme with the super strong chin. One day I hope to have a chin that's that strong. Oh. It's me and JXE's love child. That's kind of actually uncanny. If you combined our names, it would be GiBi with a J. This guy's name is GiBi. I don't know why they made his ears so pointy and his nose so big. Like, where are they going with this? This is homeless Russian GiBi. He's really into heavy metal music, and he shovels snow. Oh my god, he is so handsome. This looks more like Youngtown, with piercing green eyes. God, that looks like Youngtown. If you told me that this was supposed to be a picture of Youngtown, I would believe you. This one also looks like he's Russian, and I don't know what about it is saying Russian to me. It could also be like a logo for a coffee company. This one could also be a logo. This is one of the few ones that actually incorporated more of like the body than just like basically from here upwards. Who would ever depict themselves as just from their shoulder upward? That's so weird. Who would make a video like that? But yeah, but it looks like he's got like his hands in the little pocket warmers on his jacket. His eyes are a little lopsided, but we love him anyway. Alright, so before I reveal the official pic for what my profile picture is going to be, I did the same. I also used Dolly, and I made a prompt, and I tried to make a new logo for my second channel, which is called Puffin Muffler. Puffin Muffler was actually my original channel here on YouTube. It was a Let's Play channel with me and a bunch of my friends. We call ourselves the Puffins. And there's a couple of videos still on there. There's a bunch that I have ready and edited that are not live or uploaded. And that's just because I do not have time. I barely have time to maintain this channel. I definitely don't have enough time to maintain a second channel. But occasionally when I have other videos that kind of don't fit the mold, don't fit the theme of GiBi, I will be putting them on Puffin Muffler, and I always have that linked in the description of all of my videos. So if you ever want to check out my side projects where I'm a little less serious, because on this channel we're only ever serious, then you can check out Puffin Muffler. So here's some logos that we got for Puffin Muffler. We got Puffer, Pooter Puffer, Putch Perfet, and Ploofler Furfer. I ran all these logos by my friends to see if any of them would prefer them as our new logo for the channel, and the response that I got was that all of these sound like slurs. Pure play. And now for the grand reveal for this part of the video. the new profile picture that I will have for the next year of my life on this channel. It will be joining, where are they? Those down there, as my new picture. He's beautiful. It has the perfect simplisticalness for exactly what I would want from a profile picture. It's got a nice thick black outline. It looks enough like me, like a caricature of me. I actually have hair here. I might be bald on the top of my head, but I do have this hair. I got the beard. It actually captures my current beard perfectly. Can you tell that I filmed this before my Halloween video? It's got my nice thick eyebrows, my nice big nose, and he's wearing a hat and he's wearing a t-shirt. Like, this is the spitting image of me. If I got this as fan art, I would say 10 out of 10 A+. Now that, of course, is supposed to be the moral of the story, that it took 40 attempts for this AI to produce anything that's even passably what I wanted. And that's why I think we're still a long way away from actual artists having their jobs taken from this AI, because this is the best that it could come up with. Alright, thank you for watching, and I especially want to thank my patrons, A Humble Narcissist, Aaron, Am Hidden, Benjamin, Blue Coon, Elijah, Jess, Jinx, Jose, Justine, Just That Spark, Lauren, Mark, Shadow Nexa, Sophie, Tender Does Mods, and Von Grimm. You guys are, like, some of you have been my patrons for months, if not years at this point, and I'm just so grateful for that. And it used to be that I would, like, have an Absurds video or something like that, like, every month, every week sometimes, especially when I was doing Sonichu, and so I'd be able to thank you guys every week. But now I just, like, I'm so bogged down by the effort that I put into videos is so bogged down by a lot of the Chris Chan stuff that I feel like I'm just sort of spitting out news videos about him, and I don't really take the time to appreciate the people who are supporting me, even though those are the videos that they're supporting me for. So always at the end of these longer projects, like the Halloween video I put up yesterday, I always want to make sure to take time and talk about anyone who's supporting me. Patrons, whether it's people who are buying my funny merch shirts like this stupid dog mug I have behind me, I will never stop bringing that up because I think it's freaking hilarious. And I know that this is so silly, and it may seem insincere because every single YouTuber does it, but hitting the like button, hitting subscribe, and ringing the bell actually helps. If you want to support the channel but you don't have a disposable income, then literally just clicking the subscribe button helps a lot, and watching through the video all the way, and watching most videos that I put out, because that's actually what the YouTube algorithm favors. It favors watch time, and it favors how many of my videos that you watch. At the moment, putting out Week in Weird videos that only get 4,000 views actually hurts my channel, because YouTube sees that my normal videos, the Chris Chan ones, get like 40,000, and then the Week in Weird get 4,000, and so it downranks my channel. It says that I'm making inconsistent uploads, inconsistent quality content, and if you're one of the people who likes my non-Chris Chan stuff, then watching those videos and posting them online, other places, recommending them, linking to them on social media, stuff like that, like, that's actually what's going to help with the YouTube algorithm and help my channel grow and help me be able to do this, hopefully full-time. That's the dream. I have a day job where I work more than 40 hours a week, and that also impacts me being able to do this. I'd also love to be able to pay more editors and people to design my thumbnails and stuff, like, not only just pay them to do it, but also pay them, like, a legitimate wage so that it can be their full-time job, or it can be something that they rely on. So sometimes I feel like I'm so far away from being able to do that stuff, like this is still just a hobby that I do in the background, and sometimes I feel like it is half of my job. I have a literal entire room in my house that is just my studio. You know, you guys can't see it, but I got 4 monitors back there. I got all the fancy YouTuber wall soundproofing, all this stuff in the background. Like, if I was just going about my daily life, I wouldn't have display cases for my silly Lego sets. That's just to make them look nice and professional. So I feel like I'm in this weird in-between place, and I would love it if a year from now, I look back at this video that I'm currently making, and I cringe just as much as I look back at the ones that I made last year and the one I made the year before that, before I understood proper lighting. So again, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video. And you know what? I think you guys deserve this. I'm gonna take off my hat.